Hi everybody, I am going to explain the subject internet programming. In this subject I have to explain the topic, that is CSS, Cascading Style Sheet, for chapter 5, Cascading Style Sheet. Okay. So first of all, what is CSS? Normally, in that the HTML, by using the HTML language, how to design a website. Okay. So the HTML is used to cooperate with the content of the website, and the CSS, Cascading Style Sheet, is used to cooperate with the styles, that is presentation of an web pages. Okay. So the Cascading Style Sheets help to define the presentation of HTML element as a separate file known as CSS file. Okay. It helps to the changing the formatting of any HTML element by just making changes at one page. How to change the style of the content, the color or font, anything. All change made would be reflected automatically to all of the web page of the website in which that elements appear. So here follow some of the rules for in CSS. The first, the style that we have to create in order to create style state. Okay. These rules is defines appearance of associated HTML element and selector, that is a property value. Okay, this is the main rule. This selector, the property colon value. Then selector is HTML element to which CSS rule is applied. This property means is specify the attribute that the user want to change corresponding to the selector. All this property can take specified value. The property and values are separated by a colon. Okay, it is separated by a colon. The property and values is separated by a colon. So it's shown this screen, property and value is separated by a colon. This is including the selector. Selector, open bracket, close, within the bracket, property, colon, value. So each declaration is separated by a colon. Semicolon, that is semicolon. For example, number 1, so P open bracket, color, colon, red, close bracket. That is P is a selector, open bracket, color is a property, colon, value is a red. Then semicolon, close bracket. Then second, H1, this is a selector, that is heading, property is a color, colon, value is green, colon, and font size, italic. Then third, body is a selector, color is a property, cyan is a value. So like that, etc. Okay, this is an example for Cascade CSS. Then embedding CS into HTML. How to embed this Cascade Style Sheet into the HTML. Here, you have to use 4 ways to add CSS to HTML documents. First one, that is inline style sheet. This inline style sheet are included with the HTML element. That is So they are placed inline with the elements. Okay. To add inline CSS, we have to declare style attributes which can contain any CSS prior property. For syntax of this inline style sheet, let's see, tag name style equal to for declaration 1, declaration 2, declaration 2 up to final tag. Tag name, you can use any tag. You have studied a lot of tags. Okay, any for heading or paragraph, anything. Okay. First give the tag name, then give the style. Okay, equal to declaration. For example, the tag name is P. P specify the paragraph. Okay, next style equal to color colon blue. Color is a property, blue is a value. Semicolon. Next text align colon left. Color is blue, text align is left, and font size is 15. That's so. This is an example. Okay. Next, second type of style sheet, that is embedded style sheet. This embedded style sheet, it is used to apply same appearance to all occurrence of the specific elements. Okay. So these are different in element by using the style element. The style element must include type attribute. Style open angular bracket within a less than symbol, as in greater than symbol. Style. The value of type attribute specifies what type of syntax is included when rendered by the browser. For the syntax of the embedded style sheet, head, title, open title, head, open title, and close title. Open style, that is space, type of the style equal to within double quotation text /CSS. Then close head, that is open head, that is close head. Here we have to use some more rules. For example, open style equal to text. This P is specifically the paragraph. Okay. Open bracket, color property, that is value, semicolon. Text align left, semicolon. Font size 10, close bracket. Now see these inline style sheet and embedded style sheet, what's the difference? Okay, so this is a embedded style sheet. Another one example, H1 heading, color red and font is bold, source style. Next another one, external style sheet. This external style sheet are the separated .css file that contain the CSS rules. Without CSS rules, the present .css. It is separated by using .css file. So these files can be linked to any HTML documents using link or link tag with a real attribute. So syntax of the external style sheet. So open head, ring real equal to style sheet, double quotation, within double quotation style sheet, type text /CSS within double quotation, href equal to, this is syntax. So in order to create an external CSS and link to the HTML document, the following steps is followed. First step, create a CSS file, that is Cascade CSS file, and define all CSS rules for several HTML elements. So these files are external .css. Okay. For example, P open bracket property color value orange, then alignment left, font size 10. Then H1 orange color, bold font. Now create HTML document and the name it's an external demo value. This is second. That is example. That is open HTML, open head, and open title. Close title within the external site. So one message. Okay. The link real equal to style stream within double quotation. Type is specify the type, and that is href function. This is the external.css. So finally, if we head is code. Then body. So within body, we have the one heading. This is open body. This is heading open. This is external site. This is close heading. Then paragraph. External file star the separate .css file. So this is a message that contains the CSS rule. Then close. Then close the paragraph tag, body tag, and HTML tag. Okay, this is an external style. Next, we are going to discuss about imported style sheet. That is, imported style sheets allow to import styles from other style sheets. To import CSS rules, we have to use @import before all the rules in the style sheet. So the syntax of this imported style sheet. That is head, open head, open title, then close title. Within have title information. That is title is open and close. Then continue. Style open, that is type equal to text slash CSS. Next we will to use the imported style sheet. Add the import URL, CSS file path, give you the example file path. Then give the CSS rules. Then the style is closed. Close style already here open, close, and the close head and style. For example, open HTML, open head, open title, give the title name, external style sheet demo, then close title and style open, styles open, then give the style import URL external.css, close style sheet, then close head, and open the body. Give the body, that is heading. The heading name is external site sheet close heading. That is, and then continue with paragraph. Open paragraph, within the paragraph external site sheet, close paragraph. So close body and close text. This is the example for imported style sheet. Okay. Then inheritance in CSS. That is style sheet. Inheritance in CSS. The inheritance also need to be understood in this context. Some CSS properties value certain parent element are inherited by this child. Inherited by their child element, and some are not. For example, if you set a color and font family on an element, every element inside, it will also be styled with that color and font, unless you have to apply different color and font value direct to them. For example, body, open bracket, color, body is a name, color is a property, blue is a value, span, color black. Next, within paragraph, we create one paragraph within B. Open bracket, paragraph, open, close. As a paragraph, we said to have a color of blue. This is indicated through the decimal. Another one paragraph. I'll change the color by dragging the element. Then close, span, open span, close span, close the paragraph. So it's output. First is the output. As the body has been set to a, there is color, blue color. Already we have to, the color is blue, color of this blue, so automatically the output is blue. As the body has been set to a color of blue, this is indicated through the text. I have the message. This is a, I think the message, the paragraph message. It will show by using the color blue. Body color. This is okay. Second, span, color black. You can change the color by targeting the element with characters such as this span. Only this black. Which one is black? Is this span is a black. Remaining color blue. And it's a black. Remaining color blue. Already given. The span is color is black. Okay. Then we are going to study about the shadow effects in CSS. Shadow effects. So you can create two types of shadow. First one is text shadow and another is box shadow. Text shadow is otherwise called as add shadow to text. Box shadow adds shadow to other element. Okay. Add shadow to the text and add shadow to the other element. First we are going to discuss about text shadow. So in that text shadow, for the text shadow property can take up the 4 values. So what are the 4 values? The first one, horizontal shadow, then vertical shadow, and the blue effect, and the color. These are the 4 values, property to follow the text shadow. Horizontal shadow and vertical shadow, the blur effect, the color. Okay. Next example of this. So normal text shadow. H1. That is heading. You specify the heading. Text shadow, that is property, the value 2 pixel, 2p, 2p, 5p. Crimson. A scrolling text effect. Example. Heading H1. You specify the heading. Text shadow colon 004px. That is value. This is a shadow effect. That is output of this CSS3 text shadow effect. Okay. Second output. This title flow. There is normal text shadow, and second one is glowing text effect. Second. Box shadow. Next we are going to study about box shadow. So box shadow, the property can take up these 6 values. What are the 6 values? that is insert keyword, horizontal shadow, vertical shadow, blue effect, and the color. These are 6 values to focus with the box shadow. For example, step first division, open bracket, close shadow, 1px, 1px, 5px, 3x, 3x. So output is, so this is the output. This output. Okay, the shadow is approximation. So next we are going to discuss about CSS transformation. In that CSS going to do the transformation. So transform CSS property allows to rotate, scale, view, translate an element. It modifies the coordinate space of the CSS visual formatting model. Only transformable elements can be transformed. So what are the properties we have to use to this transformation? Properties. The properties are most important. This transformation process. The first property is non-defined, that there are non. It's defined as no transformation. That is, suppose it will mean it should be no transformation. So matrix n, n. So 6 n's. Please define the 2D transformation. So 16 n's, 3D transformation, the matrix. So translate x and y, 2D translations. And xy z means 3D. So translate capital X within brackets y. X axis is translates only x axis. Then only y axis. Then only translate z axis. Next, scale x comma y. Define 2D scale transformation. So like that, we have a lot of properties other than translation. There's 3D, x, y, z, and scale capital X within x. That's all. Next is CSS animation. So animation is nothing but it's possible to animate translate from one CSS file to configure to another. So it consists of 2 components. So first styles describing the CSS animations and a set of keyframes that indicate the start and end stage of the animation style. As far as possible, intermediate waypoints are there. Okay. So the properties are used to this animation. So properties are animation name first. So it is specifically the name of the animation keyframe. Second, duration. So length of the time after the animation should be complete one cycle. Third, timing function. So configuring the timing of the animation. It's a fourth, direction. So these are some of the animation properties used in this CSS animation. Okay. So now, thank you for this watching this video. This is in for our CSS, Cascading style. So thank you for watching.